Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bobbie and this is Bobbie Reads Tarot. And tonight I was feeling called to do a reading regarding Seraya Aung. So she's the little girl who was taken by her father and her father's fiance. And it's believed that they went from Washington State to Mexico. So this little girl's been missing for 20 days, and I wanted to just pull some cards and kind of get a feel for the energy. So the first thing I want to do is I want to pull some cards for Seraya, Aaron, Nadia, the fiance, and then Aaron Aung's parents, because there's some question as to if they are involved or assisting. So let's just take a look. I've pre-shuffled all of these cards, so we're just going to go ahead and get into it. So this is going to be tarot and then also channeled messages. Okay. So we're going to have Seraya, Aaron, Nadia, Aaron's parents. While I'm shuffling these out, if you like these types of videos, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you have not subscribed, I hope you will consider hitting the subscribe button. I'm so sorry if you guys can hear my dogs wrestling in the background. They like to pick this time whenever I'm filming to come in here and fight with each other. So just try to tune it out. Okay, so the first pile that we were looking at was going to be Seraya's energy, okay? These cards are really crazy slippery. I love them, but they just fly all over the place. Okay, so we have struggle, debt, health issues, vacation, beach, abroad. So I feel like she is having a very hard time being separated from her mom. Obviously, my gosh, she's a little girl, and that's hard for her. She doesn't understand why she can't see her mom, and she's just confused. This debt, I'm wondering if someone's saying something to her that's like, would make her feel indebted. I mean, she's too little to feel that, to understand that feeling, but being like, what could someone say? Like, you know, like, I spent my hard-earned money buying you that food, so you better enjoy it. Like, that gives a child or anyone really this sense of like being indebted to someone, even though you can't really, that's not a word a lot of people are going to come up with, but that's the emotion. And so I feel like she's hearing a lot of those messages. With the health issues, I am wondering if she suffers from seasonal allergies or if she's getting overheated. So here, interesting fact, I've spent the majority of my life living in Eastern Washington, where this occurred, where she was from. And they believe that they've escaped into Mexico. And now I live in Arizona on the border to Mexico. It's really weird. So I understand the climate between Washington and then Mexico, and like this part of Mexico. And there's a lot of different allergens. So people who come down here, they can have a lot of problems with severe allergies, and it can take a while for them to adjust. And so I feel like she's struggling with that. And then also it's incredibly hot down here. So I'm right outside of Algodones, Mexico. And like that's about 10 minutes away from where I live. So today it was 111 degrees. So that's how hot it is. So if they're staying in a place that's more primitive, the heat could also be really impacting her and weighing really heavy on her, especially because she's from Washington, Eastern Washington. And so it's much colder. It's high desert, so it can get hot, but it's not like it is down here. And then I do believe they are in Mexico. And they're positioning it to her father and Nadia, they're positioning it to her like, we're taking you on a vacation. We're on vacation. This is vacation. And so she's thinking like, okay, I'm on a vacation. So that's her energy. Next, we were going to look at Aaron's energy. Okay. So I think he thought if he did this, if he ran to Mexico and got down there, that everything would be fine. Like it would be a party. He'd have unlimited resources from his parents, and it would just be like living the good life. And I don't think he took into account what it would be like having a toddler 24/7 and having like there's no breaks. They're on the run. So he's responsible for her 24/7, and I don't think he has ever had to care for her on his own for prolonged periods of time. So I feel like if he had her, he was spending time at his parents' house, so his parents could help him with her, and then he puts a lot of the care onto Nadia. But I don't think he realized, okay, if Nadia's busy watching Seraya, who am I going to be partying with? Friend and meeting. So I'm wondering if there's someone who is carrying messages between the parents and Aaron. I feel like they can't communicate because they're being tracked by the FBI. So I feel like the parents are like using a friend to get messages back and forth. And then with this regret, I think he totally regrets it. I think it's much harder and it's a lot more responsibility than he thought it was. He did not think it through at all. And now he's like, oh my God, what did I do? Because I think that he was under the impression that his family could put out this like public statement and everyone would think that Samara, the mother of Seraya, was like this terrible person. And I don't think that he fully thought it through. That I think he thought like he was going to be okay because he could convince people that Samara is an unfit mother. But the thing is like you can't prove someone's an unfit parent by kidnapping a child and taking them, into another country. Like that's not, you can't do that. And I don't think that he fully thought that out. I think the parents didn't think that out, and now they're facing these like consequences that they didn't consider, and now they're realizing, oh shit, this is a federal crime. And I think he is freaking out right now and like wanting to know what to do. Okay, this is Nadia's energy. So we have drama, acting, hotel, motel, trafficking, imprisonment. Okay, so clearly she's in a hotel. And I think she got involved in this scenario, this situation, because of like the drama of it. really, that sounds terrible, but like she romanticized the idea of like running away with him, and she didn't really think out the consequences of what that would be. And this was a girl who was going to law school and wanted to be a lawyer. And now, I mean, she's looking at potential federal charges. I mean, she understands that she could have probably just ruined her life. And she understands. With this, I'm not sure what this is about. I want to kind of sit on that one because I don't know how that ties in, and I don't want to make it fit. If it's not fitting right now, I don't want to like, I think it's this or that. Like, nope, we're gonna see if it comes up. I'm wondering too, because I'm wondering if so this was a girl who was getting ready to get on a plane and go to Italy. And she left the airport, the Seattle Tacoma International Airport, and left and wasn't seen again. And I'm wondering if she, like, as she romanticized what the situation would be, they'd be staying in these like luxurious hotels on the beach on the beach in Mexico. And I think she's not getting that hotel. It's a motel. I'm getting, like, what I'm feeling is that they're not staying in a great place. They're laying super low. And they know they have to conserve their money because the parents can't really send them any money anymore because they're going to be able to see that and track them. They probably already have been able to do it, honestly. But so even if they were staying at nice places, they probably realize that they have to make their money last a lot longer now. And I feel like they're staying in some yucky places. And so she's probably feeling this imprisonment now. And there are some places in Mexico, I mean, let's be real, they're scary and it's rough. And if they're in not a good part, there is a lot of human this that happens. And it wouldn't surprise me if, well, like, there's oftentimes people are taken. So I'm hoping that's not what this is. Okay, now let's look at the parents. Propaganda, fake news, military operation, affair, cheating, crossroads. Okay, so the parents released a statement, and I mean, it was just crazy. It started off talking about the father's father, so the grandfather, and talking about like their history and their, coming from Burma and all this stuff. And it was like, okay, great, but that doesn't excuse your son from kidnapping. Or what is it when I guess it's like, it's preventing the custodial something. They're not calling it kidnapping. They're calling it like interfering with custody something. So I think that they felt like they could just make this statement and everyone would be like, oh, okay, yeah, no, we understand why he did it. That's fine. It's all good. I really think that they believed that. I'm wondering if his dad wasn't... Oh, I wonder if his dad was in the military or was pushing him, because I believe it said that Aaron, I was listening to some news story and they were saying that he was doing this stuff and then he wanted to go into like the Coast Guard. I think it was the Coast Guard or something. So I'm wondering if there was like pressure from the family for him to do that. This, I don't think it's a fair or cheating for the parents. I think this is like trying to cheat the system. We don't have to go through the legal or the justice system. We can cheat the system and we can do it our own way. It's like, I'm very much getting this like absolute sense of entitlement where they're like, why can't we do it this way? Big time entitlement energy from them. And then they have this crossroad. I think that they are starting to realize, because their house was just raided. And I think they're realizing now that like the jig is up, and they're kind of at this crossroads where they have to decide how they want to handle this. Because I am sure they are very much looking at some type of aiding and abetting or obstruction of justice or some kind of charge. I would be really surprised if they're not brought up on some charges. So I think that they realize that they're at this crossroad where they have to start deciding, like, okay, how are we gonna move forward? And I'm curious to see, are they gonna stay loyal to their son, or are they gonna flip? My gut tells me they're gonna stay loyal. I really feel like they are. I feel like they're gonna stick to the story, but maybe they'll change it or flip. I don't know. So I want to put these aside for now, and I want to use some tarot. We'll come back to these in a bit. And we're going to go ahead and move Seraya, Aaron, Nadia, Mr. and Mrs. Aung. Okay. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, they're struggling. They're struggling. Okay. So I want to get the energy between Seraya and Nadia right now. What is the energy between Seraya and Nadia? So this is Seraya, the little girl who's missing, and the dad's fiance. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands reversed, and we have the Star reversed. Four of Wands reversed is this feeling that like is the opposite of family bliss. So if it's this way, it's about celebration, family bliss, marriages. When we see it in the reverse, it's like, it doesn't feel like that. So it's like people are in that situation and they really wanted it to be this like perfect little family. I very much think that Nadia she really thought that she was going to just get to be Saraya's mom, and that they could just run away together and never be found and just like live on the beaches. And I don't think she understood what she was signing up for. And I think taking care of Seraya is a lot harder than she anticipated it being. And I don't think that Aaron is helping out a whole lot. So I think all of Saraya's care is falling on Nadia. And I think she's getting to the point where she's very discontent. She's very fed up with it. The Star is about having this like big hope and this big dream, and it's just like dashed. I do feel like Nadia cares about Seraya and takes care of her and takes good care of her. But I think the energy right now is she's kind of like had enough. The newness and the fun wore off, and she's starting to realize the consequences of her actions. And she's starting to see like this is not at all what she signed up for. What is what is Nadia going to do? What is Nadia going to do? Okay. Ooh, we have Judgment, and we have the Seven of Cups. So I think she's going to flip on him. I think she's going to turn him in or contact somebody or something. But Judgment, this is like a reckoning. This is like the day of judgment is upon us, and you must atone for your sins. Like he is going to be, I think she is going to stand up and she's going to say something. Let's see, with Seven of Cups reversed, this is making a decision. So she's going to make the decision to contact someone. But she's, I think, really kind of over him. And she doesn't want to be there anymore. I think she's staying because of Seraya. I think that's the only reason she's staying. She doesn't want to leave Seraya alone with Aaron, so she stays for that reason. I'm wondering if that's why we have imprisonment. I wonder if she feels like she's stuck there because she doesn't want to leave Seraya, so she stays, and he knows that, so he's using that to manipulate and control her, to make her stay, to guilt her into staying. Can I get the energy between Nadia and Aaron? What is the energy between Nadia and Aaron? Oh, and I want to say this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a professional. This is all opinion. None of this is based on fact. Do your own research. All of those disclaimers, okay? Don't harass anybody. We just do this to see, you know, what we can see, what we can figure out, what we can pick up. Because, you know, you never know. What if somebody sees something in this and, you know, they talk to someone or something and it ends up being the thing, you know? Okay. So this is a lot of communication between, they are talking a lot. So a lot of communication between Nadia and Aaron. Like constant conversations, like, and I feel like she's talking very fast to him, very fast. And the way that when I said it, Nadia and Aaron, so as I lay cards, I'm kind of like thinking, you know, Nadia, Aaron. So I feel it's Nadia that's talking to him like, what's the plan? What are we going to do? We're in this situation. This was about like speeding it up. Like, what's the plan? We need to take action now. She's really pushing him into making a decision. I think she's trying to convince him to turn himself in. Okay, so Three of Pentacles is collaboration and working together. So he may start to realize that, you know, maybe she's making sense. Maybe he needs to bring Seraya home. Maybe they need to work together. Maybe they need to, like, do it the right way through the legal system. Because it's some type of collaboration. Or maybe he'll call the authorities and work out, like, some kind of a deal to come back. That might be what that is he's going to work out a deal. Okay, I want to get Aaron's energy with Seraya's energy. How is the energy between the two of them? Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands. So that's being defensive. I'm wondering if she's feeling like she doesn't trust him now because she's missing her mama. And so she's like very wary of him. Huh. Let's see. Then we have Page of Cups reversed, which is like being frustrated. Having like a lot of frustration. With the Knight of Wands, this is about being kind of, I don't know, impetuous, kind of immature. I feel like he's just not, I feel like he's really immature and he's really emotionally immature and he's not handling his relationship with his daughter in the best ways. I'm not feeling like she's in any kind of danger. I wanted to look and see if there was any threat or danger to her, and I'm really not seeing that. But I do feel like the father is just emotionally, I don't know. I feel like he's really emotionally immature and he's like making the situation worse for the daughter. And like, this is the kind of stuff that causes lifelong trauma. But I don't feel that he's hurting her in any way. And I do feel like he's going to turn himself in. Okay, well, that's all I have for you guys today. I guess we'll wait and see how this turns out. And before I sign off, I would like to remind everyone to just keep little Seraya in your minds, in your thoughts, keep your eyes open to see if you see her or her father or Nadia. Keep the word out that she's missing, and if you see anything, please report it. Go ahead and leave your comments down below. What do you think is going to happen? As always, please be kind to one another in the comment section. If you like these types of videos, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up on your way out. And if you have not already subscribed, click that subscribe button so you'll see all my new videos as they're uploaded. And if you are interested in a private reading, I do offer those on my website, which is www.bobbiereads.com. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video.